Hello, everybody. My name is Jarrod Goldsmith, and I'm very pleased to be welcoming Rima Aristocrat from Willis College and her colleague, Henry Devlin, who will be talking about a fantastic initiative by Willis College called the PSW300 Scholarship. Rima, over to you.
Thank you, Jarrod, and good morning to you. I cannot tell you how thrilled and how proud I am to be sharing this program with you and with our community today. For 30 years, I've been with Willis College. I've been saying that we are pride with changing people's life, but this new initiative allow us to say we are saving now lives as well. In order to give the justice to this program and all about this program, I would like to invite my business partner, President and CEO of Willis College, Henry Devlin, to share with you all initiative all around. Henry.
Welcome, Henry. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and Rima, thank you for those kind words. As Rima indicated, Willis has transformed thousands of students' careers over the last 150 years. And when we go back just a few months ago, when the pandemic hit in March, Willis took another leadership role to try and figure out how can our college help? Where is the need in this province? Because as a leader, I think that's expected of us. So we put a program together, the PSW300, which is in its very simplest form, a personal support worker course where 300 individuals will receive a full academic scholarship, which covers all of their tuition, all of their books. So really you could say it's free education, but you have to do the work. So I don't know if that's called totally free, because you have to do some of the work certainly of the program. But we're very excited. So when we launched this just a few weeks ago, we reached out to various communities around the National Capital Region, because another element of building this that both Rima and I wrapped our heads around was the demographics are changing in care homes across the province. You know, it's no longer what it was maybe 10 or 15 years ago, where the only language spoken in the care home was English. Now it's just a multitude of individuals with backgrounds and languages being spoken. So in order to properly service all of those, we felt it was incumbent upon us to try and create a very diversified class, which would in turn help those care homes down the road. So again, that strategy led us out to the various ethnic communities. We've been talking about this, like I said, for a few weeks. And our very first intake, because this will be done in stages, our very first intake is going to happen on January 25th. So coming up very quickly. And it will be, our first intake will be of 30 students. I would say that there are currently hundreds of individuals that we are now talking to that have reached out to the college. So we have many that are trying to get into it. But until that last intake occurs, I like to say that there are seats available, because you never know when someone calls, will they get everything completed to participate. So,
I mean, I can appreciate such a fantastic initiative, because during COVID, so many people out there are reconsidering their employment options, or maybe those who are thinking going back for adult education, they don't know where, but we're always hearing that there's a desperate need for personal support workers.
Yeah, well, it's a great point. And when you look at the change in economy, and you look at things like people working from home, and technology maybe taking over parts of jobs, and downturns in the economy where areas like hospitality has been tremendously hit hard because of this pandemic. The one area that has really sustained itself all the way through this is frontline care workers. You know, technology isn't going to take that away. They can't do that service from home unless they're caring for a resident from home. Well, that's a different story. So there's a need. You know, the need has been there prior to the pandemic, and the work that the province and governments are doing to try and increase the level of care that residents are receiving tells me and Rima that need is going to continue to grow. So again, this was the catalyst for us getting out there, putting it together, creating a very unique program, because typically you'll go to school for several months, graduate out, and then start your career. We've built the PSW300 on what we're calling our 4+1 platform. 4 days a week, students will participate in an online academic portion of their course. And then 1 day a week, they'll actually be in a care home starting in the very first week. Our care home partners are excited about this because one of the other challenges for care homes is the retention of staff, not just the attraction, but keeping people long term. Again, at Willis College, thinking about our vast history and what we've been able to do with students throughout the many, many years that we've been operating, we know the quicker you can introduce a student to the work environment, the greater likelihood that they're going to get orientated to it, comfortable with it, and want to be there. Jarrod, rather than waiting several months, if they go there in the first week and they look around and they can see what they're going to get involved in, when they do graduate, that we've got someone well immersed and ready for that job.
It's the connections as well, like having that hands-on learning. I mean, one thing that COVID has taught us all is the value, the desperate need for frontline workers, especially those in public service, public support worker services. Now, I understand that somebody could have their certificate, be ready to start working within about 30 weeks?
Yeah, so the entire course is a 30-week program. That's the regulated guidelines for the training of a PSW. It's 22 weeks of academic training and 8 weeks of a practicum work experience that they have to go out on full-time hours. What we did is we took the 22 weeks and we built it differently, like I said. We moved the 5 days a week into 4 days a week. So we elevated some of the hours per day. And then we took that one precious day per week and introduced the students into the care homes. So all of our care home partners have already committed to the numbers that we have coming into the program. They're waiting for the students once they commence. So it will seem seamless to the student. They'll contact the college, they'll go through the process of qualifying to get in, and then once they start, that's where the college will take over, deliver the education, connect them to the care homes, they'll start doing their volunteering, and after 22 weeks, they'll be in that care home for a full 8 weeks at 40 hours a week, starting your career.
Wow. So for those people who are considering an alternative career choice or looking for more education because they might have been furloughed or laid off of their current opportunity, I can't think of a more perfectly timed initiative scholarship program than this. Like, besides long-term cares and retirement homes, are there other career options that people might have as a personal support worker?
Well, when you think of long-term care, care homes, but you also think of hospitals. If any of us listening have ever gone in for an operation of any kind, and you have someone coming in to care for you, get you up, get you organized, that's a personal support worker. So it's not just residential care homes. You also look at sort of, again, the changing level of service in this province. There is a growing need for individuals to actually go into the homes of individuals. Because that's, if someone, you think about it, reaches that stage in their life where they need regular care, rather than going into a home, if they have the means and the ways of doing it, they could bring the service into their own residence. And PSWs are going to be the ones providing the service there. Now, Jarrod, just your comment around the timeliness of this is very important. People, if you look at what's going on with COVID and how challenging it is for everyone, not just from a health standpoint, but an economic standpoint, people are struggling to find resources to go to school. The scholarship helps hundreds overcome that. People are looking for jobs now that have meaning. They want to feel good about what they're doing. And a personal support worker at the end of the day, yes, they're going to go home tired. It's a very engaging career, but they're also going to go home at the end of the day fulfilled, knowing that they made a difference in someone's life. Yeah. And there's very few careers that can offer that.
When I say that this PSW300 program by Willis College is really changing generations, it's not only the personal support worker themselves, but it's the how many hundreds and hundreds of people will they be helping throughout their career in the actual day-to-day job. So Henry or Rima, how can people find more information, please, about this fantastic initiative?
So the easiest way is to go to our website, williscollege.com. And when you go there, we've got numerous pop-ups that occur. So you're going to see information about the PSW program. Just simply click on that pop-up or go to our program page and you'll see the PSW300 initiative. And then once you get there, it will ask you for some information. Who are you? How do we get a hold of you? Once you've entered that information in, then the school will start its process of outreach. We actually, because of the volume in just the last couple of weeks, we've now started a very proactive page that once you request information, we send out a page immediately to you that says, here's the things that you can start working on. So when we do connect with you, you've already started the process, and that will help them get in quicker.
That's fantastic. I mean, when we talked earlier about the whole multicultural aspect of the program, and this is what Canada is built on. I'm so encouraged to see this initiative coming from Willis College. I want to wish you all the best. And for those of you who are watching or considering a career or know somebody who is looking for something different and might be interested in a public support worker career, Willis College is the way to go. So thank you again for your time. Good luck with the initiative. And fantastic. I can't think of anything better than this. So thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.